Hello everybody, how's it going? Awesome Soul here, and we are back in Istrolid, but this time around I have gotten a few requests to check out the multiplayer. So campaign is yet again on hold while we check out multiplayer in this episode. So, just quickly before I jump in, if you don't know the game or have yet to check it out or have yet to actually try out the multiplayer, how it works is there are pre-designated rooms. There are 1v1s, 2v2s, and 3v3s, each with their own server tag. So servers in the US, if you are living in the US, or I guess really anywhere in North America, although, yeah, no, that works. So anywhere in North America, really, you want to go with US. If you're in the European Union, go with the EU, and there are Asian servers as well. I guess if you are in Australia, you would probably get a better connection if you chose the Asia servers, I think. Anyways, in the middle here we have our general chat where literally anyone in this big bar on the right can type in, and well, it's basically a big global chat. I don't believe there are any limits, so it's quite literally everyone online. And then here we have the search player list, so it will show everyone online and exactly what they're doing. Galaxy, I believe, is single player, if you couldn't quite tell. So you can actually search for specific names. But anyways, I know what you guys want. You want some action. So here we go, and I will jump into a match and hopefully win, but I can't guarantee that. Alright guys, wish me luck. Alright, here we go. So, first things first, I will go ahead and start spawning in a few light scouting ships. It seems like everyone is just going for offense, so I will throw in a few more scouts, actually. Queue up a batch of 5, have them flying around. At least after they're done capping, they will distract the enemy. So they are already in there. Ah, they're nukes, I see. It's an interesting strategy, but one that doesn't really work too well. It works in certain situations, but not all of them. So let me just go ahead and take a look what we have here. Lots of artillery, plenty of anti-missiles. That's a lot of anti-missile lasers, damn. So what I will go ahead with is this one and anti-missile. So what my ships sort of revolve around, yeah, throw in another artillery. So what my ships revolve around is two things, I guess gimmicks you could say, is this little bar, or section of the bar here, is ships dedicated to this strategy here. So it follows this big huge heavy $1,000 ship, that is the price cap by the way. Much like how there is a CPU cap in Robocraft, there is a price cap in Istrolid. So this ship here is an anti-missile ship designed to follow this one around and keep it out of harm's way. And the other ship, the Tesla ship, is designed to take out any light fighters that get in range with relative ease. Speaking of relative ease, exactly what I thought. The lasers are taking out my artillery very easily. Speaking of lasers though, there we have it. Let's get you actually to move up slightly. That's gonna take out power. Yes, there we go. Things are finally getting through, it looks like. And these lasers should do a decent job because, you know, you can't block lasers with anti-missile. They're building up a force down there. My ally, that is. So let's get all these guys to hightail it out of here. The only problem with this ship here is it's very slow turning. I think it's like 38 degrees per second, which is very slow. Alright, so that should be good for that. Let's move in a Tesla ship and see how it does, because again, you can't block electricity with a laser. Although, could you? No. No. Real life, I don't think you could. I could be wrong. If anybody knows down in the comments, I would like to know that. I'm pretty sure you can't. Anyways. Because they're all just like... Yeah, anyways. Let's not get into that. Let's focus on the gameplay. So, what do we have up here? They are building up a fleet up top. And my teammate's still building up a fleet down there. What I can do now is go for... Ooh, that's a good question. Yeah, for now, let's go for defense. So let's back up this ship here with a anti-laser, or anti-missile laser ship. This guy is kind of... There we go, cool. He's very dead looking. I think I do need to improve this one. What I was thinking is improving the range. Unfortunately, that's going to mess up the damage per second. However, I think range is more important because it's very squishy, and I can't do a whole lot with it to change that. Well, when it comes to the frame, at least. Because I do need to focus a lot on modules in order to buff up the Tesla. Because normally it has a very close range to it. And these ships are designed for long range, as you can see by the huge ring here. So keeping range is good, especially for something like... Actually, no, I don't think that's a good idea. Actually, no, they don't seem to have the range on me. No, they've got anti-missile. Yeah, that's a bad idea. So let's move these guys down here. Let's bring in some light fighters to harass these people. Oh my god, wow. You're still alive? That's the scout I spawned at the beginning of the match. And I spoke too soon. Oh well. So we got my light fighters going up top to clear those guys out. And doing a decent job taking these things out. My artillery, that is. And they brought another one of those anti-missile ships in. But the problem with those, as you can see here on my ship, it requires a lot of power. It's got 4 large power generators and 1 medium battery. So, yeah, you do have to focus a lot on power if you want to make a decent anti-missile ship. But it keeps itself alive fairly well. Despite its low health, of course, it can block shots. So therefore, why are you just standing there taking it, dude? Okay. You're gonna die soon if you don't do anything. So yeah, it can keep itself alive decently well. Anyways, what I might want to do now is bring in another anti-missile ship, seeing as all of them have died. We've got this guy who's basically stockpiled money this whole thing, and now spawned in a ton of things. So let's go ahead and move out. This guy, yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, okay, cool. Those fighters can take this thing out. But, no, let's keep you within range here. Okay, those things are doing a decent job. Yeah, because they can dodge the plasma. Unfortunately, they can block the missiles, though. It's a bit of a problem. Down here... Oh, they got the same idea as me. Although they're completely rapid fire. I think I have rapid fire and damage. Not bad. This thing should be going down pretty quick. There we go. Nice. Okay. So let's actually spawn in a few more of these guys. Bring in a power ship in case these guys need it. Because that seems to be a good strategy. At the very least, it's keeping these things busy, which I like. So after this, I think I might be able to lay off the artillery. Because this guy has some good artillery of his own. So far so good. We got more of these things moving up top, and that's something I am not really looking forward to. Anti-missiles doing its job. Very, very nice. What else do we have? Doing decently well up top. Although, I think they're gonna win, because these light fighters aren't really doing a whole lot of damage. But again, they're keeping them busy, which is good. So let's spawn in some scouts to capture these points. Oh, they finally decided to turn around. I think they caught on. It was all a ruse. don't pay attention to what's going on down here. Oh my, that is incredibly powerful. Oh, see, power sharing. That's why it might have been firing so slowly last time. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh, I don't think I can make it. Nope, you are dead. And flee enemies. Wow, they completely steamrolled us. Well, again, so far so good up here, I guess. What else do we have? Tesla ship? Tesla ship might be a good idea. Or long-range missiles could work. No, the insane DPS of this thing is the pinnacle of my fleet, so I think I will focus on that. This is turning out to be a fairly long match. The matches in this game can go from anywhere from like 3 minutes to, I don't know, 20 minutes or so. Generally, there is a pretty wide range to this. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is just bring you down to here, I think? Or what we could do is clear out the top, but if we don't... Yeah, let's keep you here. Because you will be in range of them, which is nice. They do have anti-missile, but no, it's gonna be enough. They've got a lot of power too. I think it's gonna take a while before I can actually drain their power and take them out. The war of attrition, it would seem. Here's massing ships up top. So that's actually not a good thing. Tesla? Yeah, a little too late. I kind of clicked it. So, Tesla it is. And then after that, let's go with some... yeah, let's go with the laser ship. These things have incredibly short range. Just out of range, wow. And there we go. This plasma is pretty potent. It's not something I've really played around with a whole lot. Is there... Yeah, in order for me to use this, I kind of have to get in range of them. It can fire off one shot, or no, 2 shots, and then have to retreat. Not too bad, because it's hitting all of them there. But it's pretty weak damage, and it's almost dead, actually. Yeah, I really do need to redesign this thing. I think some range, more focus on range rather than rapid fire would be better. Because it's got less DPS, but it's staying in the battle a whole lot longer, so it's going to be, I guess, more consistent damage would be a good way to describe it. Another thing I could do. Let's go with at least 2 of these things. And a long-range missile ship. Might be a good idea. But of course, I will need to spawn in a battery ship if I actually want to make it of any use. So this up here is still a bit of a problem. I don't think they're actually spawning things in, though. At least anything new. So far, it's slow going, but I guess we're doing pretty good. More missile ships. Let's go with these ones. They're holding back our fire fairly well, but what might be a problem here is power. Yeah, he's going for power. So more battery ships would be needed. Let's just bring 1 in for now. See how that does. Of course, they're feeding power to my teammates as well, not just my ships. And these things are kind of AFK-ish up the top. I think... yeah, the barrage of missiles is actually getting through. So I guess it was a good idea to bring in these long-range ships. Speaking of, I think I will actually bring them in again. Let's bring another one in. So my fleet is pretty much focused entirely on weapons that can be blocked by these anti-missile lasers. I think they're just called point defense. But I guess if you do overwhelm them because they are so energy inefficient, basically they drain all your power rather quickly, then you can get through them. It just takes a long time. So let's see, we're pushing them back. They're holding up there fairly well. And then down here, we're busting through. There's another one gone. So actually let's spawn in some more of these light fighters. They're actually kind of helpful. Basically distracting the lasers. And you know, they're getting through every now and then. So let's take a look at the range on these things. Oh, and you basically switched targets. Alright. Oh well. So we're busting this down decently well. We should be through this wall pretty soon. Okay, cool. So after this, I think what I might want to do is bring in another artillery ship. And I should have enough in 2 seconds. There we go. Cool. Artillery is on the way. And it's going up top for some reason. I don't know if that's a good idea. No, let's move it down here. Bust through this wall. See what we can get done. And then move up top to that mass of incredibly powerful ships. They've basically been hoarding them this whole match. Some of them are decently banged up, but we might be able to get them taken out. So actually, there's a lot of power ships right there, so what I could do is just simply bring in more missile ships. I think that's not such a bad idea. And let's bring in some scouts after I've spawned this up. Actually, no. Scouts first, and then spawn that one in. So the scouts are going there, which they shouldn't be doing. Actually, they're capping. Cool. Let me see here. I think these might be dead, just due to the fact that they have incredibly slow turn speed. They're holding, but it's going towards the enemy rather than away from the enemy. Not too smart. Too smart at all. So let's see if we can't actually bust through. And it's dead. Did some damage though, which is good. So after this, I think I will... Actually, more power is definitely needed. Bring in 2 more of my power ships. And get you guys up here. You're gonna run out of power very soon. Actually, you are out of power. It's barely propelling itself. Its thrusters actually use more power than it generates, so I think it's going a lot slower than it could be. And let's bring you out of here. Staying alive, which is good. So it seems like they are hoarding plasma, which is something I can't block. So I think that means I'm just going to go with another artillery ship. This is a pretty tough match. It's going on for quite a while. Defending their base. I think they might be AFK, actually. It was taking a while for them to power back up, so I think that means it's time for more power ships. Bring them in, and that will feed power to my fleet a whole lot faster. Which then means I can bring in more light fighters, and especially more of these long-range missile ships. Those are the ones that definitely require a lot of power. The light fighters, not so much. They do have a positive power gain, but not a whole lot when it comes to firing their weapons. And should be going down very soon. So, after that, we're coming up against these plasma ships. I think it's a good idea to just stick with artillery. Because sure, they can block it with the lasers, but... oh, actually, no. They do have a few missile ships mixed in there. Well, these light fighters are good at distracting the missiles, so I think a cheap alternative for now is just go with the light fighters. Spam them as much as possible. Here they come. Yes, fly, my pretties, fly. So, after this, seems like we have a new adversary. More plasma, mind you. So, definitely stay away from the anti-missile ships. They're not really that useful if we're facing primarily plasma. Bring in a random single scout, why not? Did the scout die already? I think it might have. Oh well. It's not the end of the world. Got plenty of artillery here. And do I want to save up for another artillery? I think it might be a good idea to do so, actually. Actually, right now, we can spawn in some scouts and cap these points. So that was basically that guy's whole fleet that we just took out. The one that they were saving their earnings for the entire game. And we completely wiped them out. So now they're back to square one. And it seems like the AFK guys' ships are at least doing a decent job of defending the base. Cool. So now we can move in. I guess this is a GG. More light fighters. Let's spam some of these things. Spam a second batch, because they can get to the battle fairly quickly. I could have gone with an artillery ship, but that's about half the speed of these fighters. Actually, hold on. Yeah. Although they are a whole lot faster. I think it's a, yeah, 103 versus 279. Oh well. So they got power problems. They got a lot more problems than just power, actually. They are floating in space. Whoever was on board. Dead and almost dead. Do they have shields? No, they don't. Okay. So yeah, looks like it's over. They fought hard, but I guess we came out on top. So let's cap this point. Very nice. That was one hell of a game. That was an incredibly long match. I haven't really had that long of a match, even off camera, before. Very nice. Very nice indeed. So, with that, I will end the video here because I'm sure it's gone on for quite a while. But down below, let me know how you are enjoying the game, if there is anything you would suggest for my fleet, because the two middle ships are kind of meh. But anyways, if there is something that you are working on fleet-wise, let me know as well. I would like to know what kind of ships you are making. Anyways, with that, I've been the Awesome Soul. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care.